Hey, what's going on, guys? Beautiful Wednesday morning out here, cooling down from my workout. And I was hanging out over here at the pool the other day, and I was listening to some parents, as I often do, and I take my boy to school every morning, and I listen to how the parents talk to their kids. And so many of these parents are just feeding their kids so much bullshit, but it's not their fault. It's the way they were brought up. It's the same. They're repeating the same shit they were told. What's going on, Isaac? How you doing, brother? Missed you on the call yesterday. I'll connect with you later. But these parents are always telling their kids shit like, "Hey, life is always going to be hard. Life doesn't get easier. Just deal with it. Stuff like this." And there's many other things, but that's what I want to focus on today. Life is always going to be harder. It's always going to be hard. Dan, what's going on, brother? How you doing, man? Good to see you. And I just disagree with that mentality, man. First off, you're imposing your views onto your child because that's been your experience and that's been what you've been told. And life is hard for you because you make it hard. There's so many people that I talk to and so many guys that I talk to, and I've got relatives that their life is freaking hard. But you know what they do? They spend more time trying to get over on the system. And I'm not a big fan of just abiding by, rules. I abide by laws, but I don't abide by all rules, like the rules and, that everybody has to go to school, get a good job, all these type of rules that we have, and certain rules around the community and stuff. I just think it's a bunch of crap. I can go on and on about that one too. But life is what you make it, Isaac, absolutely. And you're definitely one that's making your life what you want it to be. But so many people out there, Isaac, and I know you talk to them too, they just don't get it. They think life is always going to be hard. They're the type of people that just consistently say that to themselves. And they get it in their head, and they truly believe that because that's what their parents told them, and their parents before them told them, and everything else. And then when you take a look at somebody, who's doing well in life, like you look at Isaac, and you look at many other people that are doing well in life, and just, it looks like they got all their stuff together. Number one, realize they don't have all their stuff together. Everybody's got issues. But what you got to pay attention to is what they say, the words that come out of their mouths, and the actions that they take. Not just words, but their behaviors. Look at what people do on a daily basis. If you could sit down in one of those people's houses, like choose one of your friends that you think has it all together and they seem to have everything going well in their life, and maybe they do. Spend a weekend with them, stay at their house, follow them around for a day, and see how they talk to themselves, see how they talk to others, see how they talk to kids, and watch their behaviors. Watch what they do in the morning. Check out their morning routine. Watch what they watch, see what they watch on TV. See what they listen to when they're wearing their headphones, when they're out running, working out, or driving. Pay attention to that stuff. Because I will guarantee you that they are paying attention to other people who they want to emulate. They are in audiobooks. They are learning constantly. They're not watching the Kardashians. If they are, they're just doing it just to get a good laugh. They're not watching a bunch of crap on TV. They may be watching, football and baseball or whatever the season is for the time being. But I'll guarantee you, people that are doing very well in life don't spend all day, every day in front of the TV watching their favorite show or sports team. I guarantee it. So the point is this: it's not always going to be hard. And I'll give you 3 short examples in my own life, and maybe some of you can share. Isaac, I know you got several you can share as well. Many years ago, I wanted to get into real estate, and that shit is hard because there's a lot of laws, regulations, rules you got to pay attention to. You got to find clients, you got to find homes, you got to do all this kind of stuff. And I finally stumbled upon a guy who was doing lease options, and he had a course, and he would mentor. He's called The Mentor, and he mentored me for a year. It cost me $5,000 to hire him, and that guy was on retainer. I mean, literally, when I was at a deal, I could call him up and say, "Hey, Claude, this is the numbers, this is the situation, it's all right, here's what you do. You go back in there and say this, you use this contract, so on and so forth." It was hard for me to get started in an industry, and it was hard for me to get started even with Claude's guidance. but I did it. And after that first one, I did another one immediately. It took me 3 months to do the first deal, but after I did that first one, I did another one, then I did another one. What's another one? Insanity. I started Insanity many years ago. Goodness, a long time ago. And when I first started the Insanity workout, you know, the one by Beachbody, the same ones that do P90X and all that stuff, I couldn't even get through the freaking warm-up. The warm-up, I couldn't get through the warm-up. 3 weeks later, 4 weeks later, I'm finally getting through the warm-up without pausing and taking a break. And then it got to the point to where my third or fourth time doing Insanity all the way through, man, I was just breezing right through it. And then I stopped for a little while, then it was hard to get back into it. That's when it gets hard, when you stop and try to get back into it. And I had one more, but I think you get the point. Oh, I got one more. My book, my first book that I wrote. And I admit it's by and large ghost written. It's a course that I took, and I have a lot of skills, and I put a lot of that information in there, and I put some of my own flavor into it. But I got that first book out, and now I'm already almost done with my second book. It's ready to go get published. I already got the cover done for it, and it got easier. And then my third book is going to be 100% me. The second book is about 60-70% me, but when you think about it, when anybody's writing a book, all of these self-help books, all they're really doing is repeating what everybody else is saying. Definitely not last book. Definitely I'll be writing several other books. But all of these books, all these self-help books, all they're doing is repeating what everybody else has already said. And much of it, quite frankly, is coming out of the Bible. A lot of the self-help books, if you really look at them, they're just the stories written in a different way and put into their own perspective and told in their perspective. So nobody's really creating anything new. They're all just repeating it in their own way. So that's what my second book is about. It's about business and a lot more mindset. I'm putting a lot more mindset, which is a video I'm going to be doing over at Abundance and Prosperity. If you're not on the Abundance and Prosperity page on Facebook for my business blogs and my business vlogs, go check that out. It also posts to YouTube. But I'll be doing a video about that because mindset is huge. Entrepreneurship and anything that you do, 80% of it, maybe even 90% of it is mindset. The rest is skill. So I'm going to get into that later. But then my third book is going to be written. It's 100% me. It's all about living a life of abundance from my perspective and that of many of my guests. Over 200 interviews I've had on the Men of Abundance podcast. So, all right, man. Hey, yeah, absolutely. Hey, Isaac, I called your sister. She called me and left a message. I called her back. We have not connected, but I did notice that she purchased the book, and I'm glad she's enjoying it. That book is basically my presentation that I give to business owners and how I can help them. And then we talk a little bit more about how I can help them specifically in their business should we choose to work together. So have your sister give me a call again, and I'm also going to call her as well. I already got her on my calendar for this week to give her a call. Anyhow, guys, I appreciate you hanging around, listening to my rants. I hope this has meant a little bit to you. If you can, if it has, invite people to this group, to the Men of Abundance, men only, the Men of Abundance community. Everybody can go check out the Men of Abundance fan page because that's just wide open. And if you're not already subscribed and listening to the Men of Abundance podcast, check it out. I got a bonus episode coming up with Scott Morris that I had a conversation with, and me, Scott Morris, Isaac Day, Kathy, and many other folks are going to be doing some amazing stuff with handupnow.org. Check out handupnow.org. I'll put that down in the Isaac already mentioned it in the group one time already. So just some amazing stuff we got going on. All right, I got to get out of here. Got to go link up with the lady, get some breakfast, and get our day going. Aloha. Take care, guys. Even though I'm in Florida, I still have to say aloha. All right, take care.